Hey everybody, how y'all doing? And just like that, another year's gone. We're into the final of 2021, and it's crazy. Uh, where's time gone? Fast. So hopefully everybody had a good Merry Christmas. Uh, it's not been too bad. Roger was up and said hello, and hopefully Camper Mike checks in with us tonight because kind of curious how he's recovering. Haven't heard nothing, so hopefully everything went okay. Uh, yeah. Well, we had our first brown Christmas in many years here. Didn't get any snow. It tried today, but it didn't end up doing anything. So, yep. Yep, this is the last Sunday of 2021. But hey, David, how's it going? Yep, it was a Merry Christmas. The grandkids were happy, and everybody ate way too much. That's the only downfall of the getting over the big thing. Uh, can't stand eating full meals anymore. I'd rather not eat and feel good than eat and feel miserable. So, kind of a trade off. So, but it's just, I'm finally starting to get the lower back pains like people complain about too, but nothing too terrible, but still hanging in there. So, yep, Roger, he headed home, and Mom Bear's at the house, and just kind of back to just being a normal weekend again, I guess. Uh, Did a little more adjusting on the Yukon hood. Yeah, that bloated feeling, it just, I don't know, it just really weird on how I've been feeling since I'm getting better. At least my voice is coming back, and uh, yeah, it was. If you notice, I got a new little addition right there. Finally got the ceiling fan and light on a switch in here after all these years. So, nope. Yeah, Mom Bear's doing pretty good, and Squirrel, just everything. It was good times. Ooh, excuse me. I ate onion tonight for supper, so yeah, that forgot about that. But otherwise, yeah, unfortunately, the aches and pains in the lower legs and all that are coming back, and the vision's finally clearing up. All the steroids they had us taken, so. But I've been trying to do some work in the shop and got the one Core 305. Got that knocked apart pretty much. I got to get the crank out of it and the cam lifters, and then that block can go off and be cleaned and crack checked. And then board for that rotating assembly I took out of the frozen block. I do have a project to start the year out that I will do a complete engine build series on, of checking all the clearances, side clearances, everything, and recording everything, and uh, see how that motor does when it gets done. So, got a few things coming up to get done. Hey, James. Well, no, I think my pains. I think the pains I'm getting back are the ones I had. The steroids that they put us on basically treated arthritis too, and unfortunately, can't do the steroids the rest of my life because I want to be able to continue seeing and not go blind. But yeah, so the steroids are out. My eyesight's starting to clear up, and the pains are slowly starting to come back. It was nice to be able to walk up a set of stairs normal for once, but But yeah, otherwise we're doing. No, I have not heard anything from Camper Mike. Nothing at all. So let me see if I even seen that he's. Well, he was active an hour ago, so. Well, if you could, it would be nice to put them back. But if they've been knocked down and got messed up, just clean them up, put them back together, and lap them in and go. Because I had to do that on a couple of sets before. If you could get them back in the same holes, fine. But if they've been messed up or whatever, just clean them up good, lap them in, and call it good. Yeah, the old 416 heads. I remember those. So yeah, according to the thing, Camper Mike was logged on an hour ago. So I don't know. I should say, hey John. All right, Dave. Just send him a message. We'll see if he answers their reason. Yeah, Christmas went pretty good. Way too much food. Daughter's getting pretty good at cooking again at the holidays. So otherwise, it is kind of strange having a brown Christmas. That's for sure. I think we're definitely in a drought here. I did burn off one of my sections of ditch, and my God, that was just like you poured gasoline. So, and then all of a sudden my scanner started working again, and there's been quite a few fires. So it's pretty dry out there. So I guess maybe I'll wait till next spring when it rains and finish burning off the rest of the stuff so I can get cleaned up. And otherwise, it's been about 2 days ago. Well, Thursday, Friday. I thought I was going backwards with this crap, but I guess you kind of get worse before you get better, kind of deal. And that's kind of what happened Thursday, Friday, and Thursday and Friday. I just kind of sat here and was a zombie in a way. You had an icy Christmas out there, okay? Oh no, we're bone dry. Bone dry. After last weekend show, I finally put the light switch in here. That's why we got light again. Oh. Nope. So yeah, if you guys that follow me on TikTok know I posted a build that's going to start off 2022, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a strange feeling, but yeah, the world screwed up. The weather will join it too, I guess, huh? Oh God, hey, it's one of the motors that I started on going on 2-3 years ago that was supposed to have been done, and I had a couple more steps to do to it, and finally got it done. And got some answers, and I guess we'll start a video series on the first. So, hi, Ever, how you doing? $1 million in my pocket. Yeah, I wish. uh, yeah. Oh, James, sorry to hear that. Yeah, I just. And Mom Bear says the same thing. It's just kind of like taking forever to get back to what we were before getting in the. Right now, John, I'd be happy with $100 bill. Just, oh, thought I had some stuff sold this week and didn't happen. So, yeah. But yeah. Oh, that's what I did Friday, actually. Yeah, Thursday night, I kind of felt like I got sick. Like in either bad food sick or upset stomach sick. And Friday afternoon, I finally started feeling pretty good, and I started doing stuff. Finally got the remote working in the Yukon after all of these years of my daughter owning it. Took 3 tries, but finally the third try, it finally started working again. And what was I leading? Oh, then I got looking at the hood. That's the one that hit the deer. I didn't like how the hood was sitting, so I readjusted the bumpers and readjusted the hood latch and realized the deer did twist the hood a little, so I put a hammer under the passenger side and come down on it and twisted her. Now she's sitting better than when they bought the thing. I think that thing had hit a deer out in South Dakota too. So, nicknaming that Yukon Deer Hunter might be the correct name for it. So, no, I'm pretty much over the problems now. Just the only thing is eating. I just don't like the feeling after I eat. Therefore, most of the last week, I was having to eat about every 4 hours. Otherwise, it was just miserable. You couldn't do anything. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, well, yesterday, if I ate too much, I was just absolutely miserable. Now, today, I backed off on what I was eating and feeling pretty good. So, looks like YouTube kicked everybody out again. Had a few, and now hardly anybody. That's stupid. I tell you, seems like I get a better response from TikTok anymore than I do YouTube. But yeah, I even pumped up the tires on the old pickup. 2 of them were about half flat, so I know why the one's going down. The other one, I'm not sure why, but yeah, I finally started knocking down my core motor for that 305. Get that off and get it clean and make sure it's not broke. But, yep. Oh, man. Still got to get those heads down and get them crack checked. He ended up seeing me. He was excited to see me. I've been pestering him there the last few days, and he's thinking, hey, old man, nice to see you, bud. Hopefully you had a good Christmas yesterday. Yeah, he's doing pretty good. Mama, she's pretty much back to normal. Just got the same kind of, it's like slow to get your energy back. Otherwise, yeah, everybody's doing good. Squirrel's got another doctor's visit coming up here soon, trying to figure out what's going on with her. Yet she's still having stomach issues. Poor girl's had those since she was 2 or 3. Nobody's ever been able to figure out exactly why. That when they removed that big cyst here back in 2019, that would have been the end of it, but it wasn't. So, what do you do? Yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, the grandkids were. Hey, Ken, grandkids were pretty excited yesterday. Got Nerf guns. I was the first one to get hit in the eyeball with the Nerf gun. Then great grandma, and then Squirrel, and Mason. He got hit with one. Yeah. Oh, good thing they're nice and big and fat and fluffy. Yeah, I do believe that her gallbladder was the biggest problem. And get healed up from the gallbladder surgery than get hit with the big C. So, yeah. So, hopefully this week we can to get back to doing what we were doing before 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, and so far, Mama Bear, she's pretty much can eat about anything, and it's not tearing her up. So, like she says, the only problem is still she was starting getting to where she was eating a pretty good amount, but with this COVID crap, kind of changed on how you eat. So, oh yeah, hey George, I don't, yeah, George just checked in, so. So, oh, they found. Hey, Leroy. Jesus, sorry, Leroy. Oh, they found a cyst in your wife now, huh? Well, we'll keep her in prayers for you, John. Yep. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Mama Bear. She's at home, I think. Oh, ouch. Need another bottle of water, so. Still drinking plenty of water. Every once in a while, I got to have the pop just to. And then today, not bad work for an hour. I got these all cleaned up. Got the end shape, chamfered and re-squared, and got them all cleaned up. That's the exhaust. There's the intake. Still got plenty of margin on the intakes. And I don't know what these valves come out of, but they had the seats running down on the bottom side of the valve on the intakes. So I took these from laying around here being junk, got them all cleaned up, and getting ready to put them in the head. So, the exhaust. I know they're not going to be no performance valve because of the big fat base there, but at least they'll run on a motor. Oh, thank you, Leroy. Yeah, trying to get back to that, and like I said, there's one that's going to start January 1st. So, start working on that one. That one pretty much is all here. So yeah, valve machine. That valve facer worked good. Now I got to get I've got 1, 2, 3, 5 sets of heads around here that I got to pick out a set that those valves fit and put them together. Yep. Picked that up a while back, Reason. Hey, Sean. Just not much. Just kicking back, enjoying the last Sunday of the year. At least water's starting to taste good again. Okay, how's it going? Yeah, see, I've got the top case is my Black & Decker setup, and the bottom one I think is mostly Sioux. So I got two stone sets. I'd like to get my hands on the keyway cutters. Sorry about that. And just cut them, but for right now I got the stones. I'll use those. And yeah, I had to take those valves from dirty, crappy, looking like hell. It was about an hour and a half from start to finish. So, and then let's see. Yep, it shows up right there. Was that 40 over motor that we tore down? Oh God, that was pre-COVID, and that's the one that was a rebuilt motor that never had filtered oil since they put it in the straight truck. Uh-oh, that's not good, Lee. Yeah. Well, I've got a set of pistons right here, 30 over, that we thought we were going to use, but the block that we did ended up having to go 60. And that motor's hiding there. And I got to get those heads there. They were done, but, you know, last year I had water coming in here, and they got some surface rust on them, and I don't like it, so I'm going to... Actually, you know what? We might just do that. Let's see. We might just do that because get pistons into January, okay? Because I got to dump those heads because I don't like they got rust on them. And there, oh, there it is. Ah, break my leg. No, please don't. Okay. There we go. What, cat? That's ugly. And then, first time ever having that happen, taking a block off the engine stand, almost had a catastrophe. First bolt I ever bent. And let me go turn that down. Turn that down. There we go. Let's see. Okay. This one's going to be the driver. Consider the driver's side. You guys don't like carrying blocks. I found this thing on the highway years ago. It's an old fifth wheel hook. Hook around your block and you drag it wherever. So, oh, that's not good, Lee. Yeah, I'd send her back too. So, driver's side front. Driver's side front. Yeah, these have been done, but the studs got some surface rust on them. They got the rust in them. And since they're going on the stock car, I'm taking off the rotators anyway and the shields, so yeah, actually I've got some different springs I'm going to put on because these are not, I'm not liking what I'm feeling, so. Whew. A lot easier to take apart when they haven't been run. Okay. Huh. Gotta put these together, kind of messed them up a little. The seals here. I've got the cutter. I could actually put posi seals on here now. Okay. Yep. Okay, they're good. So get these back in order because, like I said, these haven't been run yet. So like I said, the only reason I'm taking them apart is there's some surface rust I don't like on them. Here, I'll show. Ouch. Maybe it'll show up, but those are brown. I don't like any rust, so. And like I said, all these rotators and all that will come off. There. Throw this one up here. Oh, catch my breath. Oh, you're home already, Roger? Okay. Yeah, okay. 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 Yeah, let's see. I ain't get the moderators ain't let me go back there and come on. Yeah, that's what I'm working on raising. And come on, remove it. All right. Okay, Roger made it home. Thanks for coming up, Roger. Yeah. It's okay, old man. Yeah, just kind of watch those weird ones. Why is that person still here? There. Yeah, I don't think campers joined us. I'll tweet. That's kind of what. Oh yeah, let me go get my phone. Okay, George, I just got your message. I don't know if John's still here or not, but let's see. Oh, okay. I don't know if John's here or not yet, George. Yeah, reason. Oh, we're doing pretty good. Okay, yeah, something George was saying here. His mother-in-law had a football-sized cyst removed that was actually an ectopic pregnancy, a calcified fetus she carried for years. That'd be interesting. Well, Crown Vic, hey, how you doing? Just get some stuff ready to go together. That 305 down there, that core motor, I now know why they pulled it out. The end play on that crankshaft alone is about an eighth inch to 3/8 of an inch. It back and forth. The one side of the crankshaft, the thrust bearing has 8 all the way into the crank. The middle counterweight there on the crankshaft was smack in the middle main. Beach ball, holy crap. Well, let's see. Yeah, I've got some 152 roller rockers that are going to go on that, along with the roller cam and that blue one there. Yeah, we're going to put a roller, full roller together. Roller cam, roller lifters, roller rockers. Yeah, it should scream. And I don't think Mike is. Yeah, and that was 50 years ago, George said, John. No MRI CAT scans back then. Yeah, Mike hasn't seen the message, so I imagine he's probably laying around just trying to heal up. So said he was on last online over an hour ago. So no, I cheated when I cleaned the valves. I chucked them in the drill and used some sandpaper and Scotch-Brite and carburetor cleaner. You got them looking pretty good. I think it's a hydraulic, George. Let me look here. Come on. Yeah, it's a hydraulic roller with a cast iron to distributor drive gear. 528, 539 lift. But that'll be corrected a little. That's actually going to change a little. Not much, but it'll change enough. It'll be it's going to be a 535. $535, $545 lift with the rocker arms I'm putting on. So that should work pretty good. Oh, okay. For Tweets motor, yeah. Oh, reason I am probably I've got either the solid brass or aluminum, or I do have a roller button that I'm going to see if I can make fit on that. Yeah. I think you and I talked about that, old man. I think, yeah, this is that trick flow roller. But what the rock arms are putting on is going to be 535, 545 lift, and the duration on the thing is. What is the. Oh, it's got a pretty wide lobe separation for me. That's what I like. It's a 230, 234 duration at 050, and it's going to be a 110 lobe separation, I think. I shouldn't be trying to do math. Yeah, 110 lobe separation. So, yeah, it's supposed to be basic operating range of 2,800 to 6,300, which we'll see how it does. If it doesn't, I've got, let's see, where is it? Where'd that go? It should be. Huh. I got a 530, 552 Ultradyne camshaft torque. So I've got a few choices. So 715, yeah, that takes a lot of spring and a lot of extra parts. Yes, the shop is 99.99999% done. There's only about 8 to 10 foot of ridge cap to put on. Otherwise, the shop roof is done. I still got to replace the OSB up in the corner there. That's rotten on the inside here. And luckily, when we got the roof done, there wasn't no structural damage to the rafters or the top plate or the studs. So luckily, it was just the sheeting that was destroyed. So I'm going to get this other head knocked apart. So now I got to remember driver's front, right front. This would be the right front. So I'll have to put those that way. Oh. And normally heads do not come apart this easy, guys. So usually you're hitting them with a socket, hammer, and everything else. These were redone and just been sitting around and finally getting used, and I want to take care of the surface rust that got on them. Okay, so the front this time. Oh yeah, I gotta roll those off. So yeah, depending on how things go next weekend, we might be working on that blue motor behind me during the live. Trying to come up with some ideas and get things going again. Oh, okay. I do have them laying that way. Okay. Okay. So I do just like this. I just realized something. I almost got myself got. Which almost got myself. I didn't realize somebody has taken the other plug out. Usually I go by the one that has the plug in the head. Well, guess what? This one don't have that. So let's see. Run it in. Okay. Okay. There we go. Now I can put this in because they've been surfaced. See how nice and shiny they are. They're surfaced. It just they got all that moisture had coming in the shop. They got surface rust on them. Here, okay. Now tomorrow, that's already set up. Those will get 175 rocker. Holy crap. Oh man, that's a big one. Because actually those heads now go in, and I'm thinking about getting that 40 over there cleaned up. I got inventory. I've got one more crank for that with standard bearings. All I need is a set of 40 over. Hey, CF, Merry Christmas to you. Belated. And then that 40 over can be re-rung and bearinged and ready to run. Trying to tie up all these loose end motors around here so we can make room to get a car back in here or something. Trying to rethink everything here. Just this last 10, 15 days that we've been down, it's got me kind of rethinking things around here. So, and then Roger's got some projects he wants to get going on too, which I want to get going on too. So, yeah. And then I've kind of got hooked up with an old buddy that's got a bigger shop. Well, might be talking to him about doing some bigger projects there. Wow, that thing has to breathe like no other. So, let's see. But otherwise, I'm starting to get stuff. I'm kind of rethinking about kind of getting into doing some rebuilder cars. I got enough trucks around here. I want to get the trucks done. So, and I've kind of taken inventory. If I decide to pull every LS motor I got and pull the ones out that I've got, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them here now that we could take out and go through and get redone. Yep, Camaro's down. If one got so cold today, I might have worked on that today. So, and then now, like I said, I'm finally starting to mess with the valve machine. And when I've been cleaning up in here, moving stuff around, I've got about a half a dozen. Yeah. Oh, no, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About 8 sets of heads that I could put together quick if I get my hands on the valves and that. So, that thing just is screaming, old man. Flatbed. They ended up using a flatbed on it. And the flatbed got within 8 inches. Then they used floor jacks, set the rear end down, went cabled it to the truck, then re-leveled the bed, jacked up the front end, swung the arms out, set the front end down, strapped her down, and brought her home. So, yes, the Camaro is back to where I can work on it. Unfortunately, I got a lot of stuff to do underneath it, but that's what they make cardboard for, and jack stands and ramps. So, actually, it took them all of about 45 minutes to an hour once they figured out the game plan. Just boom, 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 boom. I guess the towing company we used, that was the very first time they ever done anything like that. So, yes. Now, I kind of wanted that running by Christmas, but the powers that be and Mother Nature decided, no. I tell you, the Way too much thinking time, that's for sure. But so we'll see what happens. Well, nice to see you again too, Gary. Thanks for stopping by. So I don't know. Maybe New Year's Eve I'll get see if I can get my hands on some Cam 2 fuel this week, and I'll fire up the 377, run it, and get ready to run this next motor here. So I've got some video here, but it hasn't been edited or anything done with it yet. Oh, she was stable. I couldn't get up to it. It was stuck up at full height, and I couldn't reach it to work on it. So, but kind of looking at things just a little different. I'm just tired of things going wrong and that. And no, it's still bone dry here. It tried doing something earlier, but it didn't amount to anything. So, yeah, I was really surprised that core motor 305 laying there. The end play, boom, boom, boom. I took off. Well, let's see. Let's see. I'll show you how bad it was sitting. Which one is it? Nope, there it is. Oh, let's knock it off. Just stand there, please. Okay. Tell me your thrust bearing's gone without telling me your thrust bearing's gone. It started machining into the cap, the crankshaft. That's had to be making a racket. So yeah, it didn't get to the bearing, but I'll guarantee you there's going to be a rolled over edge there. So yeah, that 305 had to be making a racket. So there you go. But yeah, that's excessive crank in play there. And it's only one side of the thrust too. Yeah, let's see. Oh, that's not a bad reason. Yeah, earlier I thought I heard some ice pellets hit, but yeah, it didn't amount to much here. My first version of the 377 years ago, I think the hardest I ever turned that was 8,500, and she still wanted to go more. I'm pretty sure I can, as long as that block is okay. That'll be able to transfer all that stuff. CDP. You're okay. Let me grab something here. So, okay, you're saying your chamfers here are not lining up. How bad are they off? Because if you did this number, which one of you guys out there that watch would take us a few days to figure out, but this one's very exaggerated. No, his was he got 2 caps mixed around. That's what it was. Took us about 3 days to figure out. Every time we tighten up number 6, the motor would lock up, and he's like, it didn't before. But on your small block, if you're working on the old 305, the bearing tank goes to the outside, and if you don't have a big chamfer here, that will be a problem. That will create a problem. If it's towards this side, where it goes up against the other rod, as long as it's flush, it'll be okay. But yeah, if you don't have a decent radius like what this one's showing, I would question it. Yeah, they should be numbered like this one, number 6. That's where the other buddy got it. He laid everything out, swore up and down. He put them back to where they were supposed to be. And lo and behold, in the end, we found out he had number 6 and number 8 cap interchanged between the 2 rods. He didn't have to stand on it with a pipe wrench anymore to make it turn over once we finally figured that out. So, and it's so easy to do. Very easy. I've ran them both 2 and 4 bolt 400s, and yeah, the 2 bolts seem to do pretty good. The 400 4 bolts, I'm not like Sean tearing them up, so I don't know. I guess we'll find. Well, no, that one there is a 2 bolt, so yeah, that one there. Yeah, I haven't even priced any of that stuff, Sean. Okay. Well, so you're kind of saying you got a thin area on one part and a wide chamfer on the other then, CDB? Let's see. Yes, I do. I got another set here. Just a second. Mary's falling on the floor. You do that, cat? Got a set of rods here that I got. Actually, I think from Shane or Sean. God, I keep. Let's see what these look like. Now these are aftermarket ones I got from Sean there, and that's even more pronounced. I guess if you don't have a lot of chamfer on the side that goes against the radii, the crank, you might want to touch that up. Without physically seeing a picture, it's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, if you don't have a lot of radius, and you're working with a 305, you probably would be fine. But if you fold it up and it gets real tight and hard to turn over, then you know the chamfer is not correct. Well, Mike, how you doing? Merry Christmas to you too. Let's see. Yeah, I can see where they say the 2 bolts are stronger than the 4 bolts because the meat on the mains are thicker. Oh yeah, that would be nice, Sean. CF. I would like to use that aftermarket block someday, but we got to get a few more things changed. Let's go over there. Yeah, this. I don't know. Yeah, it was a set of rods that Sean had that I got from him that I forgot I had. We're not sure of the makes of them, but well, here's a stock one on that side, and here's the aftermarket. I mean, this one's a bush, this one's not. And now I can't remember. Yeah, I think he did. Are they? Laying them on one another, lining everything up. I mean, that's another thing about the aftermarkets. Each one's got a number, and you'll know if you get them wrong. Right. Yeah, let me put that up here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, email me at that one, and I'll check that out for you. That's the only other problem. Talk too much, I get really dry fast. So, yeah, Sean, I forgot I even got these from you a while back. I mean, yeah, I think I did. I think I had to have him loosen up the bushings because I couldn't even get a wrist pin in them. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then we got one more. It's hiding right there. Yeah, that one's an odd color. And that is a Chevy, but they got painted a different color. Oh, yeah, Sean, you should be. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't have this problem until 12 days ago. No, that's the one's Hugger Green. Nobody liked my yellow 327, so I sold it. So yeah, that one's a Hugger Green Chevy that's hiding back there. Right there, in there. Okay, after I get down here, I'll log in and check those out and let you know they're. Yeah, that one has main studs. We got some nice rods, but the boxes, those are not the parts that are in them. But well, Camper Mike, was your ears a ringing and your nose a itching? Everybody's been asking about you, buddy. Everybody's been asking about you. I'm trying to clean this so it stops glaring. Maybe. So there you guys go. How you doing, Mike? Did everything go okay? Well, obviously it went okay. You're sitting here talking to us now. Oh, Mike, it's so nice to. Let's see, throw that over there. Oh, Camper. Oh, you're still in the hospital? Oh. Was that planned or something going on? Hopefully that was planned. Hey, Matt, how you doing? And how's your gals recovering? Did everybody get feeling better? Speaking of that, I got another guy to check on after we get done tonight. Haven't heard anything from him for a few days. Hopefully he recovered. Okay, is this thing working? I hope it's working. I got to learn to look at my phone. Getting better, yep. I'm finally getting. Mom Bear's pretty much back to normal, and I'm getting there. As normal as I was ever. Some people might say that wasn't very good in the first place. Now, the only thing I got to decide on that one is some valve covers and which oil pan I really want to run on that one. Otherwise, I got some roller lifters that are supposed to be coming that are going to go on that one. Oh, so how you doing, Matt? Well, here's those special pistons. That's what's in that 40 over. I'm going to just get her all cleaned up and put back together. I hated the coughing up crap stage. That's just. Water's your friend. Ibuprofen and Tylenol is your friend. Oh, buddy. Well, at least Mike popped in and let us know he was okay. Well, I've been waiting on these roller lifters. I forgot the brand of them. I've been waiting for 4 months, so uh, I'm going on 5 months. I don't know, 4 or 5 months. So I don't. They were a good brand, and I can't remember the name of them right now. So let's see what this next week brings. Hopefully, by the end of the week, they're here finally. Well, I noticed yesterday. I've got some big horse pill amoxicillin that I've taken a few times, and uh, seems like I get more relief from that too. So I don't know. And I did go for the follow up. Blood pressure still high, like in the 150 high, well, about 157. But he wants to check it about 2 weeks in the next year. Okay. That's what I'm going for on that one there. It's got a nice, hard to use the same wording in this sentence, but it's got a nice set of 882 heads on there. And those 882s are not anywhere near stock anymore. Isky, yeah. I've got an Isky cam and lifters up in the cabinet there. Uh, okay, Sean. Yeah, I kind of freaked out the other day. I hadn't seen them for a while, and I started thinking, oh, God, where'd they go? I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. I knew they were here, but finally found them. My 1-3 break-in rocker arms. Put them in a coffee can. I got too many coffee cans in here that are not marked. So, yeah, I got these for breaking in the cams and what? Oh, yeah, those 152s are down there. So, yeah, yep, 1-3 rocker arms for breaking in your camshafts. As some of your bigger cams, they tell you to take the inner springs off and then run them, then put the inner springs back on, run them. Well, this way, if you used 1-3 break-ins, you don't have to go through all that extra step. It lessens the pressure. It'll let it run. It'll break it in. Then you just, after you get done with your break-in, take those out and damn it. Take them out and put the rocker arms that you were going to run on the motor in. So that's for your flat tappet cams. Roller rocker, you shouldn't have to do that, but let's see. Yeah, CF. Now, the reason it's kind of like Sean. Sean hates 400 blocks. He's had nothing but troubles with the 400 blocks. Hey, Anthony, thank you. Merry Christmas to you, too. And here I am. I love the 400 blocks. And the blocks I managed to break were because of user error. Hey, Terry. And I love them. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, those ain't a bad looking rocker arm. Here you go, old man. Here's what they look like. I kind of like those. Those don't have very much time on them. Those don't look too bad. I can't remember. I did. I wish I would have wrote it down now because now I can't think of it. Everybody was breaking a certain brand, and I can't remember if it was the Iskies they went to, and they stopped breaking parts, or let's see. Come on, there you go. Oh, your stomach's not being nice to you, huh, Mike? Well, that sucks. Maybe that's why I've been feeling like crap with my stomach this week. Hi, Anthony. You, yeah, they do look very new, old man. Have you got any parts started to build one? What? Oh, there you are. Oh, what? What? What are you complaining about? I was out here Christmas Day with you. Hey, I don't think they want to watch you wash yourself. Knock it off. A couple of guys out there like talking to you. You going to say anything to them, or are you just going to sit there like a lump on a log? Uh, that cat. Where are you from there, Anthony? I've kind of kicked around the idea of maybe having somebody, I don't know, have to check into it. Maybe come by and. Yeah, you're a good old cat. And I think I figured out he showed up around here around 2011, 10 or 11. And I don't know how old he was when he was dumped here. So, well, kind of depends on what you're going to do with it, Anthony. There's all sorts of ways to go. Like that one's going to be a 5.7 406. The one that's on the engine stand is a 400 block with a 350 cranking rods and Keith Black pistons in it to make a 377/383 since it's 30 over. And I kind of want to do a little more research from what I was doing because 377 and this 406 are basically what I had back 25, 26 years ago when I met Mama Bear. And the 377, I knew how hard that ran. Oh, South Bend, Indiana. Okay. Not you're ways away, but not terrible. I know that 377 ran hard, but I never got to run my 406 version of that one years ago. So want to get that one together and stick it in something and compare those two motors to see which one pulls hard. That one's a 3 3/4 inch stroke. That one's a 3/48 stroke. Yep. And then there is a 6-inch rod 40 over one, but yeah, I really think the 377 is the way to go, because now they've also got cranks that are made with the 348 stroke with the 400 main, so you no longer you need to use the bearing spacers, which would be better too. So I guess you kind of got to decide what you want to do, and then that's how you set it up. As for if you were just daily driving it, want to be able to stand on the gas every once in a while, then you could go with the stock rod 400 and get by with it. But if you want to go play and have fun with it, you need to reconfigure the rod ratio and that to get better working angles. So, and I've got one motor sitting right here that's got a longer rod angle in it too. So, still doing a little playing around with that. I gotta get the rings for that and recheck the crank and that. I might go to 1 under bearings on that one, on the rods. I think the mains are okay, but the rods might need 1-unders. So I guess that, yeah, Anthony, I would start figuring out what your plans are, how hard you want to run it, and then that's when you would want to start building. In this day and age, everybody thinks you need 1,000 horsepower to have fun. No, you don't. A nice 400 or 500 horsepower motor would be great. So, just like this motor that's here under the bag. Kid brought me that, and when he brought it, I couldn't believe it. Just went into that motor, and I found a machine shop that likes running them, and this is what they look like. Again, as I said, your hyperprotective pistons, it depends on what you're going to do. A lot of your engine parts, it just depends on what you're going to do. It determines on whether or not they're going to work. So yeah, in a way, building the motor, you got to know what you're going to do with it, because like old man's 377 or whatever he's calling that one, it's a different one. And see here, this is the new designs that they've come out with, these hyperprotective pistons. They've moved the top ring up closer. That's why you got to run a bigger end gap on those. And then between the top ring and the second ring, now they call it's a port to catch the gases to help the two rings stay sealed. And that's what they are. And the other key thing is, you notice, see that wrist pin will not fall out? I'll push it, and finally it falls out. Way too tight. And I get guys that fight me on this. You got to loosen these wrist pins. And here, now that I got that out, I can check this to see if that's what I did with these rods from Sean. It's got to be free, and that's what the machine shop said. The key thing with hyperprotective pistons is they've got to be able to move. Okay, yeah. See, that's even better. When I got these from Sean, I couldn't even put a wrist pin in it, so I did have them loosened up. So this is good. This motor here got these pistons, and the machine shop says, yes, you got to loosen these wrist pins. You cannot leave them. So yeah, this should fall right through. So here, I'll show you what it should do. I'll be looking for that stuff here. right there is like that is how they should actually go through your wrist pin, your pistons. Yeah. There's a little taste of what's coming. Yeah. You're right. CF? I don't know why that got held. There you go, man. Hey. So yeah, loosening those. I mean, and some guys are like, oh, you're getting too much clearance and you're going to start smacking your head. If you check your deck clearance sometimes, and that, you'll find out your pistons are 30 to 40 thousandths in a hole. A half thou to a thousandths clearing on a wrist pin is not going to make a difference. If you think about it, if you went loosen that a thousandths, had a thousandths more clearance, you're a half thousandths all the way around. Half thousandths. So yeah, if you're, and this, that's there. And let's see. And I had one guy say, oh, it's the oil. Okay, let's see. We'll try this. Now that it's on camera, I'll probably do it, but I know it's still too tight. And I've had motors that I've tore down where they did not loosen them, and I have found that the aluminum started transferring to the wrist pin because they were too tight. Anymore, your tolerances, layer oil and that. But even with the oil on there, it kind of gives you a false one there, old man. In the machine shop that did those for that motor there said the same thing. Hypertectics, you got to loosen them. He said they've run enough of them. And see, she's still, it's better now that I wiped it down. It's getting better. Let's see. Where is it? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Just for... Well, this is just 2050 Valvoline oil I put in there. And yeah, just putting that 2050 weight in there, she tightened up. So yeah, best thing is yes. The top, especially the top rings. This particular set of pistons, the top rings came in at 28 thousandths, and the second ring was set 16 thousandths. So yeah, that's kind of funny. Put the 2050 weight in there. Look at it, locked up. Give it a little push. And so there. Like I said, this last machine that I used, I'm very, very, very... The clearances they said they were going to put in that motor are 100% what they said. And when I asked him to loosen up the wrist pins and that, he's like, oh, hell yeah. He says, you got to. He says, most guys run those way too tight. So, and I used to have a problem. And that's where I've wondered about with Sean having trouble with his 400s. I know he says he's had that done. But some of the pictures he sent me of showing how his 400s broke kind of tells me that piston got tight on the wrist pin and started wedging in the cylinder and put that side pressure, and that's why those cylinders broke like that. Can't say that for sure because we don't know, but it kind of makes sense at the same time. So, yeah. But, yeah, this one here, nice and loose. And this is the other nice thing I like. When they checked everything, the balance job, they zeroed balance this motor. They zeroed balance that motor. And it cost me cheaper than the last guy that would get it within 5 grams. So, yeah. Actually, the Hypertechnics aren't swelling as much, old man. It's the reasoning, the fact that they moved the top ring up into the heat zone, it stays in the heat longer, so your top ring gets more heat. They say the Hypertechnics don't swell as much now as a forged piston. That's why they're getting away running tighter clearances on these for the sidewall. So I guess we're going to find out. But this one is what, and see, this one's going to be the same thing. The ring is way up there in the top. So let's see. I can't get to those. Oh, yeah. And here is a set of. This is another build that I hopefully get to finish someday. This is the 327. That's gonna be a thumper. And let's see, compared to this. Okay, the 327, there's not much difference, but yeah, on the Hypertechnics. Oh, yeah, right here. Duh, right here. I'll show you on the. Here's a stock 350 piston. Get the right piston for comparison. Let's see. Yeah, the stock ring is about, I don't know, 150 thou lower. So it's not up in the heat as much. Huh. Okay. But yeah, here's a future build 327 one. Might go in a small journal. I might turn it into a large journal. And can go both ways. If I go to the small journal, all I got to do is get a set of small journal rods, then finish getting the block decked, and the crank turn, and the assembly balanced, and we can put a small journal 327 together with a set of domes. So yeah. But yeah, you just, and on the pistons, I got convinced not to loosen them up. They got tight. They were tight. No, I can't get to those. I do have a set around here that's, yep, KBs. I've had tremendous luck with those. I've had good response, and I ain't ever broke a KB piston yet. The good name brand ones, yes. Kind of anxious to hear this one. I'll hopefully hear soon. So yeah. But then, yeah, you can see the 327. On this one, I was told that was designed to be able to allow this piston take boost. Yeah. I don't know if I'd want to go that far, but like I said, videos coming on this one. And I'm glad we didn't deck that block because it got the pistons rods in there. And Keith Black must change them just a little bit. Because on the 5.7 rods, well, it's all aftermarket inside this thing. And it's almost zero decked. This piston with the 5.7 rod and the 3/4/8 stroke, that come out in this block almost perfectly zero. I gotta measure it, but I don't think the pistons are even 10 thousandths in the hole. And now the other 60 over motor that's sitting over there, right there, got stock pistons, stock everything in it. It's just a stock build. Those are 35 thousandths in the hole. So I think Keith Black actually changes that to help bring up the compression by moving the wrist pin down so it moves the piston up. So and there, see, Sean has trouble with the KBs, and I don't know. Oh, there's that crap again. Okay. Yeah, so come on. There. Yeah, this one here, that motor that's going together there has been zeroed. Well, like I said, if I guess we all had the same luck with everything, that'd be a boring world. Why won't that guy? Why won't that? Huh. Oh yeah, SRP. Oh yeah, but that all rolls back again to what are you doing with your motor? Old man in the shop, he's spending his 9,500. Would I spend a high protected piston 9,500? Probably not. Would I spend it $8,000, 7,500 all day long? I wouldn't be afraid. But that's where it comes. The usage and what you're going to do with it is what you got to design for. Well, it goes back to my whole philosophy. It's all man-made. It can and will fail at the most inopportune times. You never know. And that one 383 that went to Wichita, that had SRPs in it. And he turned that thing too. Made me nervous, but it held up. So, and CDP, thanks for watching. I did see your comment where you say you've been watching. I thank you for watching my videos. And I don't know if you watched the V8 78 9 350 build series yet or not. They're in my playlist, but yeah, I've got a set of small pistons up there that go on a motor. And it just yeah, it just and well, with this having a solid dome like that and a big thick top, this is a heavy piston. This one here is fairly light. This one is a bigger bore and still lighter than the smaller bore. So it just And as the old saying goes, you may be fast, but there's always somebody else faster. And the other thing too, found out. Luckily, these pistons here, I do have to get some triple wound spiral rocks that are 70 thousandths thick because somebody had the wrong retainers in there, and like these here, they all take a new style of snap ring. Oh yeah, I had a 355 that had a set of old high duty. Those for the older gentlemen out there, the older people that remember the old high duty pistons. They were they were the worst thing ever. And I turned that thing 10,500 RPM. Not once, twice, but 7 times. What in the world is all this? Why? There we go. Huh. Now YouTube's not letting me get rid of those people. They let me delete their messages, but nice. What the hell's that crap? Yeah, I don't know where that crap's coming from. Oh, the nurse was in there with you, huh? He says his stomach's acting up. Okay, you got rid of him? Okay. Oh, yeah. And a lot of other things play in pills. Your timing, your fuel, your compression ratio all plays into a factor on how long a high protected piston will last too. But the biggest key is the ring end gap is going to make the biggest difference. And if you ever tear down a motor and you got a chunk of the piston just snapped off, peeled off, usually you're going to find out your rings butted together. And when those rings butt together, there's nowhere left to go, and they start grabbing the cylinder wall, and that's when they go down, and that's when they snap off a big chunk of your piston. And then that goes through your valve train and the rest of your motor, and yeah. So, yeah, these are the Claimer series, right? It just claim this. All right. So yeah, just all. And now if my camper Mike's driving it, hell, he might have it to the floorboard 24/7. Chasing down the last guy that cut him off. So hey. So yeah. All these are high protective versus a forge. This is a forged piston right now. And I've got like I said, I can't get to them now. I got a set of forged pistons over there that came out of a 400 block that are all twisted up and beat to hell. And I could tell they're tight on the rods. So maybe I'll get that in a video here too and kind of explain and show that. But so yeah. Yeah, 17,000, just a wee bit tight. Just a wee bit. Not a whole lot. A wee bit. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Let's see. And I know there's the chart that I usually use to figure out what the ring gap's going to be on the top one. And like here, the top ring one, bore gap factor C for your specific, and that's what this is right here. Like this one here, set up for 2-barrel, basically restrictor gas. I mean, it's a 2-barrel intake and with a 2-barrel adapter plate. And I used a figure of 0.0070, which it came out to 29 thousandths in gap. Modern piston designs locate the top ring in higher improved performance. A high top ring operates at higher temperatures and requires a larger ring in gap. To find the proper ring gap, multiply bore size by the ring in gap factor listed on the chart to the left. So your hypertectic performance pistons will expand less than a typical cast or forged piston because this is the wear characteristics of hypertectic alloy now. You can run tight piston to wall clearances. Experience will let you know the best. So and yeah, Mike's feeling pretty good. I think he's just faking it to be there to play with the nurse. Well, yeah, that's kind of a good one, but for if you're running alcohol, you take like say you're 4-inch, and you run a circle track alcohol carb, your top ring gap factor is 0.0080. Yeah, he probably enjoys that sponge bath. So that top ring gap for that alcohol is 32 thousandths there, Sean. Dang, flies started. So yeah, the top ring gap on an alcohol carbureted should have been 32 thousandths. Yeah, Mike, there's no place like home to get better, is it? So yeah. Yeah, 25. I bet you just a little bit more with wear and everything now. Race gas, 2 or 4 barrel. Let's see. So possibly you're looking at using the 0.0080 to figure your ring factor gap. Hey, you didn't blow it up. That was research and development there, old man. You did a little research there. You researched a tighter gap, and they developed a problem. So I hope you. I don't know if you're still here, CDP, but hopefully you're kind of getting an understanding. Uh, it kind of depends on your application, and like I said, if I get one of my motors into one of my own vehicles, I'm going to drive it like I stole it. I'm going to beat the ever living snot out of it, and we'll get a memory tech that will go up to 11 grand, and we will record and see what I can pull out of them. I tried like hell trying to find a set of those old high duty pistons, see if I could duplicate that old 355. But yeah, high duty went out of business shortly after I used those years ago. So, ooh, yeah. Did it even squeak, or did she just go? Yeah, that can sit there. So yeah. I got Smokey Unix books and Billy Jenkins, and I've got all those. She just locked up. That should be a good one for you then. And unfortunately, you'll learn by your mistakes, and unfortunately, and I tell you, the first year I started building motors, 30 of them were destroyed. Yeah, 30 motors were destroyed before. So I guess they weren't destroyed. They were 30 ways of not doing it correctly. Um, and that one guy I was talking about that he was locking up, I was starting to think he had done like I done, where I put the odd on one side and the even on the other, turned them around, because every time I got to where I couldn't even turn the motor over. Well, if you put the, like say this is number one, you put it in number two, the short side radius is into the radii of the crank. It gets very tight. So yes, my first year building motors when I started years ago, I destroyed a lot of good stuff. But you learn real quick. And it took me another year or two figuring out why we kept pulling the tops out of the pistons. I'm like, what's going on? Well, old boy finally took me to the side and says, you got to open up your ring gap. And then it was, why am I cracking cylinders? Another old boy, well, your wrist pins are too tight. So, yeah, it just, and unfortunately, we don't have enough older people around anymore to talk to the younger generation. And just because it worked for one person doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody. But generally, you should be able to pass on a lot of stuff. um, the key thing, performance, is when you take stuff apart, make sure you stamp it. I don't know if you've seen when I took that head apart, that second one, I finally made marks on it so I know which one, because the temp sending hole was open on both heads, which I don't understand why on that particular set of heads, but uh, you just got to mark everything. And I started out with lawnmower repairs, and when I went to do my first V8, I went back to the guy that I did lawnmower motors with, and he basically told me, he says, it's like doing a lawnmower motor. You just got bigger and more of the same parts. You got to take it apart and put it back the same way you took it apart, and you'll be doing good. Yeah, and that's part of the learning process too. There are machine shops out there that are okay. There are machine shops that are good. There are great machine shops, and then there's the best shops. those 4 different style shops are going to come with 4 different prices to do the same amount of work. And that's where we kind of got on this one. But in the end, this one here is turned out better than I thought it would ever. So I'm kind of getting anxious to hear this one fire up. And in the end, when we're done, using the best shop actually is coming out money ahead. So, and the old saying, you get what you pay for. If you try getting by way cheap, you're going to get cheap work. And yes, there are some people out there that can do cheap work and give you great work in the return. It's all a learning curve. You got to be able to trust the guy that you're taking your stuff to, and they got to understand what you're wanting to do with it too. I had a Ford motor blow up on me so bad once, Sean. It busted 2 of the counterweights off the crankshaft and damn near put the oil pump all the way through the oil pan. Yeah. Seen a guy come in with a modified one time. It was running good, and I said, shut her off, shut her off. He says, why? I said, because I could see your crankshaft going around. He goes, what? He got out. He goes, oh, you're joking with me. I said, no, dude, I'm serious. I can see your crankshaft going around. He come around and looked. Yeah, the big end of the rod, this much of it was still on the crank, and the piston and the rest of the rod was hanging up in the cylinder. She kicked out and went outside of the oil pan. Driving down the road. Just driving down the road. 2 miles before that motor let loose, CF, all I did is made a lifter tick, and my buddy and I looked at each other. I'm like, yeah, we'll try getting to the truck stop. That used to be up here. And without warning, it just went tick, tick, boom, boom, quiet. And yeah, 2 of the counterweights and the oil pump damn near went through the bottom of that oil pan. 55 mile per hour, 400 Ford in my 79 F-150 Ranger I had. Just snapped that right off. And it had fresh brand new oil in it that day. So, yeah. I've had some doozies. Blew up a V6 one time. We were changing, typical Ford. Changing one time. I gunned her a little too hard, and all of a sudden we heard, and then pieces rolling across the wooden floor, and we're like, uh-oh. Buddy dropped down, looked up, and he smiled. He's like, yeah, you broke it. I'm like, damn it. Yep, that was pretty much the end of that striped truck after that. I did convert that truck over to 460, and that's when I finally had enough of it with Ford. Ford are so damn temperamental. You can't take the same parts from the same year, same truck, and interchange them without having a... Yeah, that was basically... Then I thought I had the title lost. Then I found the title, but the truck's gone, so... Yeah. Kind of miss that truck, actually. For being a Ford, I do miss it. And with what I got now, I could have restored that truck back to being like it was. But, what, Best? What? You got food and water. So what did the dog drink out of your water bowl? It ain't going to kill you. Yeah. Then when I had one motor that come apart, they used beer cans literally as shims for the bearings. And 4th of July that one year, she going down the front straightaway, it blew up. Yeah. Guy forgot to put the clutch in, coasted all the way from the front straightaway to the pit. Yeah. When you take the heads off and you got 3 pistons that are turned sideways in the hole, tells you got a big problem. Well, as Mama Bear says, you know why everybody's restoring the Fords in the first place? Because they didn't run long enough to get wore out. That's what Mama Bear says. Oh, yeah. Well, you could make a Ford run now. You could put an LS in it. uh, yeah, Alta, Webster City. Yeah, they shimmed it. And I'm like, that. I just shook my head. I said, that ain't going to last. We got, after they put the beer can shims in, we got another 7 nights out of it. And they sat down and totaled up all the race nights on that one block. That block when it finally come loose. And I said, well, if you guys wanted to have done that, I probably would have stayed going. Hi, Jones. Yep, we're live right now. They had over 570 nights of racing on that block, and it was 30 over. It was a nice block. Not after he blew it up going down the front straightaway. Oh, see ya. Oh, that's a good one. Oh. So yeah, I got three things. Well, actually, I'll dip the 40 over block in that set of heads tomorrow, and then I got to get the hot tank unburied, and then I can wash those down and clean them up and put them back together. No, not with the shims, John. If they would have went and got a different set of rods and had them put on those pistons, that motor probably would have lived. But yeah, they finally got stupid and did stupid things and finally destroyed that block. There wasn't nothing left. I mean, the timing chain even was snapped in two. I mean, it just, artillery shell created less shrapnel than what that motor did. Now, we only got about 7 nights out of the shims. I knew it wasn't going to last. Got us through the points, though, but yeah. Seen some pretty crazy stuff over the years. And I got a couple of things I've actually kind of getting supplies built up for doing that grenade motor. I'm going to try and do that this next year. I'm going to take used parts in one of these blocks that ain't the best, and we're going to put her together as a grenade and put her out and see how long it runs before she comes apart. So, and if it makes it through we'll set a certain time limit. If it doesn't grenade in that time, we'll take and stick it in a car and see how long it runs. So, yeah. We are completely brown right now, Chris. We have no snow. I tried earlier, but nothing. Well, performance, it can be done, but you got to have a good setup to be able to do it. I got a buddy that made my rod piston press stuff, and he got them fitted pretty good. And so far, I've been able to press them off. And usually, if you do get them pressed off and you don't break them, you'll have to have somebody hit them with the hone to loosen the wrist pin just a hair. But if somebody's got a good setup at a real machine shop, you probably better take them to them and have them take them off. As if you don't have the good stuff at home, you're going to crush the piston and break it, and then you'll be out 4 pistons. So, yeah, if you got 4 of them that are not right, I'd find a good machine shop that could press them off and put them back on for you. It's raining there. Uh-oh. Yep, it's still doing nothing here. Still dry. Oh, cool. Clearing 68 out there. We are at 37. Yeah, I want to get me a rod heater too. Well, actually, a lot of mine I'm doing anymore. I'm converting over to the bushed rods. Just for the simple fact of spiral lock or stuff. You got to hear that before my connection went goofy or what? Oh, should see if George has said anything. I keep forgetting. Nope, nothing. Tacoma. Hey, you're out there. I don't know. It come up and said I had a bad connection there, so I don't know what happened. Yeah, you guys are all of a sudden getting a lot of rain out there. All right, Sean. Have a good week. I gotta get another jug of water, guys. Oh. Oh, you are out of food. Sorry. Jeez. Now maybe put some there begging me, huh? There you go. You're too smart of a cat for yourself, you know. Yeah. Ah. 500. What's 500, Saint Anthony? I know I said I was getting water, but ooh, that does. I need the, I don't know, need the sugar. The problem is to go to a Wendy's around here, CF, I got to drive about 3 hours one way. Yeah. Oh, Sioux City's got one? Oh, okay. Well, once you get your rod heater figured out, I'll guarantee you'll be using it a lot. That's the one thing like I said, I want to get myself, just because I like to install them myself. Like I said, today I messed around with that and got me a good set of valves already to go. I'm going to probably kick myself in the butt because I've been looking around. I had a whole bunch of used valves, but I think when I did the clean out 2 years ago, maybe 3, yeah, I think I finally looked at them and said, chucked them. So I can't. Yep. So CDP, did you say what part of the country you're from? If you did, I didn't catch it. I don't know if you even heard me ask. Oh, he was? I thought that was another guy. Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry. uh, First thing to go is memory when you get older. What was that? Oh, Alabama. Okay. Alabama. Okay. I got some family down there. You're so right, CF. Yes. Like I said, I've kind of kicked around and I'd probably have to check with the lawyer on the legalities. Almost having a contest and have somebody come spend a week, build a motor, and when it's all said and done, give it to them or something. I don't know. So, like I said, I took inventory. I'm up to about 7 LS motors that I could pull, and we could go through and join the bandwagon like everybody else. Now we're getting different ones now. Huh? Good, you're shooting there. I don't know if it tells you there. Now it says just report put user in timeout or unhide user. Used to be able to remove them, but now I can't remove them. I don't know about you, old man, but that's all the choices I get now. If my bank account goes from negative to plus, okay. Yeah, I got the 6.0 and Snowball. I take that back. I do have another 6.0 coming in. The guy hasn't pulled it yet. Coming out of a parts truck. I do have another 6.0 coming in. So yeah, I should get on him and see if weather's nice enough. I should offer to go up there and help him pull it. That's maybe what I should do to my engine hoist. Make the receiver hitch modification I seen on TikTok. They put a receiver hitch on the bottom of the engine lift. 6.0s or 400s. 7 point something liter are the 454s. Yeah, the 6.0s are like a 400. Oh, not quite a 400. Yeah. 7.4. Yeah, 7.4. Yeah. I knew that. I just couldn't get it out. So yeah, I got to check with that guy and see about getting that 6.0 out of that parts truck and get that here. I think it still runs. I think the training went out. Or there was, I don't know. Get her tore down and have some fun. And John's working on trying to get a. I know, CF. I seen it. I just I didn't want to repeat it. Oh, really? Okay. Let's see what else. Oh, another thing, performance, definitely. When you disassemble your mains, make sure you get those suckers identified so you get them back in the correct order. Otherwise, you will be paying for a line bore. Yeah, that's what I was trying to spit out. I forgot what I was saying, John, and now you just finished it for me. Yeah. Yeah, big blocks are definitely heavy. Woohoo! There you go, Chris. I've got a 99 aluminum Corvette 5.7 motor. It's just a block. I just got the aluminum block. It needs a couple of spots welded up. But I'm thinking about turning that into an all aluminum 5.3. So yeah, that came out of Corvette. Like I said, the 5.3 over there that's on the engine stand, I went back through all my videos trying to see where I left off on that. I left off on the fact that there is no videos on that 5.3 here. The 5.3 that did have a video series was that one that I had to redo because something happened. Somebody dumped the wrong oil or something in it. And then, like I said, I'm going to probably pull out a set of heads tomorrow and see which guides fit the best of these valves, get the best setup, and finish them up. And I might get the valve train for those Flowtech heads I got for that 5.3 and get that done. So freaking heavy there, CF. Yes. So yeah, performance. I'll check my email, check out those pictures, and if you ever got any questions or anything or that, hit us up. Yes, in this day, technology, your camera's your best friend. Pictures, videos, all that stuff, all gives you something to kick back on to see. And that's been another thing too I've had to do over the years. I've had to secretly mark parts to make sure I got them back, which sucks because, yeah, the parts that you gotten are maybe the same, but they're not the date correct. And some of the stuff I was doing back when I was younger had to be date correct to be going into the vehicles they were going into. That's right, Reason. That is right. Even got a couple of guys from out west, which would work out if they get back to me because I might be doing a build for another channel on TikTok. So Oh, yeah. Well, you all know my feeling on doing the cam bearings. Nope, we lost a bunch of people again. What'd I do? Quit again? Uh-oh. Yes, I am. I'm on TikTok. And let's see.
Yeah, for some reason this fuel pump wouldn't work. The truck's been sitting a little while.
And yeah, Sea Bear Motors. Okay, Ken. Yeah, now I finally got to where I unlocked more with TikTok, which I guess I'm to where I could start making some funds off there now. So yeah, it's amazing the response. Yeah, Chris. Dang it. You're right. So yeah. So yeah, it's and everybody's like, oh, the chain. You know what? They make the phones. If they're going to find out the info, they're going to find out the info. It just and some of the stuff. Here comes the furnace. Yeah. Hey, that is true reason. We'll go on here so we don't have to listen to that. Yeah, I cheated on this one when it was off on the card. I put the cam bearings in that and fitted the camshaft. So basically, I am ready to just start dropping the mains in and checking everything, measuring everything, the crank, and get that all measured up. It's pretty much ready to go now. That one motor that I'm kind of questioning, uh, just don't like. The oil pressure was fine. It just kind of made me a little leery, but I'm still doing inspection on that motor yet. So, excuse me. Okay. Oh yeah, that's out there. Well, yeah. Another thing for these guys running these style adapter plates that most racing sanctioning bodies want you to have. Remember, these things are aluminum. Don't over tighten them because you'll either strip these holes or bend it. Have you been able to tell a difference there, CF? Oh, okay. Well, basically, in a way, yeah, John, that is a street stock motor. Yes. Ah, okay. What cat? So who all's left here? Because I see all of a sudden we're down to 6 people. Oh, now 7. Somebody come back or come in. Now, do you have a? Okay, old man. So, do you have a program or a laptop that you hook up to yours to change it that much, or how does that all work for you, CF? See, that's the thing too. I'd like to run these LS motors on the engine stand. Thinking about doing an engine stand build, an engine run stand build for an LS motor specifically. But like I said, that's where I want to get the cathedral. Since most of my stuff is cathedral, get the cathedral style intake with the MSD ignition, so it's right there on the intake, so I can run a carburetor on these. Ah, okay. It don't look like it, John. I'm looking outside at the right now, and it don't. Looks like I can see the lights of your town easy. Is performance still here, or did he get booted? Oh, the sniper. How do you like the sniper? I've heard mixed reviews on those. Some guys love them. Some guys absolutely hate them. Some of them wouldn't even spend the money to take them out of the box. Huh, High Water never showed up tonight, did he? Ah, okay. Oh, boy. Yeah, when I was kind of pulled away from the street outlaw scene because kind of getting caught up on everything and seeing too many reruns, but I noticed that seems to be a. It seems like those setups like that can give you a lot of info that you would never get otherwise. No, that usually means there's a bigger problem. Oh, but everybody wants flames there, CF. Come on. Yeah, a lot of the stuff that does the thinking for you. But there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I still love the sound of the old man's in the shop's 327 and his S10. That little 327. If mine roller cam sounds anything like that, I'll be happy. Oh, yeah, I bet your sister goes, "Hey, wait a second here, knock that off." Yeah, just turn it on so that. Yeah, sometimes they're good to have, sometimes they're not, and oh, that's where that mid engine came from. And then I watched the video where he bought something else to get it home. I'm like, oh, some of that stuff Vice Grip gets himself into. If I tried that, I'd be walking. Oh no, not the dreaded VW sensors. Uh oh, look out. Yeah, Vice Grips is really taking off. Little did I think when I started watching him, what, 4 years ago, 3 years ago? I can't remember when he even started. He's really taken off. No, I don't. Actually, I don't think you can find a square body around here anymore, unfortunately. And if they do, they want gold. Actually, I do know one mile away, but they're going to be parting that out. They're, holy cow! I, I don't even know if I could have drove that cobbled flatbed across town. That was, yeah, especially the short beds. Yeah, they're gone. They're gone. Yeah, yeah, that flatbed that he picked up, I was like, yeah, he's going to be figuring out how to dump that to get something else to get home. But then I like what he said about U-Haul changing their rules so much that sounds like pretty much I think U-Haul's going to rule themselves out of being able to rent trailers. All right, thanks for hanging with us tonight, old man. You can send a little bit of that warmer weather back out here. 60 over 350. Oh, yeah. 60 over really don't bother too much anymore. At least you guys got me to get those heads knocked apart so I can get them dipped in the Vaporust tomorrow and get them cleaned and reassembled. Yeah, that's it. 'Old Scottsdale, huh? Ooh, this old 77 got, ouch. Yeah. And then they used to blow them up to make them, yeah. Three-quarter ton. Ooh. I never did. Well, yeah, I never did get my. I was always after a square body, short bed, but I never did get the where I got one. Looking back now, the one square body truck I had, I could have traded it at the time when the SS 454 trucks come out. I had a dealership that wanted my 4x4 so damn bad. And looking back, I should have made the trip down there and traded the truck. Oh, gooseneck, huh? I got somebody messing around on the dirt road tonight. Yeah, I'm anxious for the warm weather to get back and get going on some of these projects again. I'll tell you, this last couple of weeks dealing with everything and sitting around and that gets you to thinking a little too much sometimes. But it'll work out. All right, George. Thanks for stopping. Yeah, I'm kind of starting to run out of things here too myself. So, you know the truck personally, John. Hey, high water, yours must have been a ringing here a few minutes ago. I just said something I hadn't seen you yet tonight. Uh, well, I got plenty of stuff inside the do. Well, see if I tell you this, the phone was pretty quiet, and I know a couple of people that normally would check got things going on their own, but I figured some people, once they found out locally, would have said something or checked on us once, but it just, I don't know. Oh, what kind of snow is that, Ken? Oh, well, let's see. I haven't even looked at the forecast. See what's coming. Mm. Yeah, let's see. Excuse me. Holy crap! Next Saturday, minus 13 for a low with a high of 4 degrees? Wowza. Snow showers next Saturday. Wow, I didn't realize it's getting, yeah, I guess we won't be doing anything outside. Just a second here, guys. Really? Got something going on. Another. What's this shit? Okay, sorry about that. Let's see. Actually, I want that one. Well, what in the... There. Oh, what the heck? Yeah, John, he might have to. Just waiting to see if they come back again. Yeah, just I'm thinking they're driving around out here too, trying to mess with me too. And, yeah, it just yeah, that just I don't know if it was somebody that knew me for sure, but just yeah, nope. Blank around, blank around. You're going to find out what goes down. Yeah, let's see. Okay. So what do you know tonight? High water? How's everything going out that way? Oh, I see what performance talking about. Yeah, that ain't. Well, John, how you doing? Merry Christmas to you too. When he said his chamfer was off on his rods, it's really off. It's like they got the wrong caps on the wrong rods, maybe. I don't know. Boy. How you been listening? Okay. Okay, that one's not so bad, but yeah, John. That well, I watched them come down that dirt road, and then they were just out over the hill here, and I don't. 80. Holy moly. I was 90, what, in Texas yesterday, I think. Hmm. 2 days ago. I don't know. I can't keep time straight. Now I got another one coming, John. Actually, looks like performances rods he's dealing with are the powder metal ones. I'm not really missing the snow either. Kind of enjoyed this dark colored Christmas. I mean, actually, I don't ever remember a Christmas without a snow. So, and this one didn't slow down. Okay. Yeah, I'm. Oh man. Okay, performance. Yeah, I just I couple of those pictures. It did look like maybe they got switched around, but um, I guess as long as what you got for a chamfer is going towards the crank, you should be okay. Well, sometimes being overcautious is a good thing too. Well, I was wondering about coon hunters. If it was coon hunters, I wouldn't care, but if they stopped and asked me, if they stop and ask, I don't care. They could hunt. Because I'd prefer the coons to be gone, but so yeah, I did look at your pictures there, and I see what you're concerned about. Um, but I don't know. It's got me kind of got me a little off now that The days of doing stuff like that, though, have kind of changed. But performance, I'll give you an email back with my number and that. You can text me and talk to me if you need to. And I want to look a little closer at your pictures. I got interrupted when I was looking at them. It just, I can see what you're talking about, but knowing the year motor that you're working on and the fact that it's a 305, it could just have been the sloppy assembly from the factory that way too. So. Jesus, John, did you send everybody out here tonight? Because now here comes another vehicle up the road. And there, like you said, there ain't that many people that live out here. Well, maybe I'll sit here for a while yet tonight. Nah, jeepers. Anyway, guys, I guess I don't know. Yeah, that's why. They must have seen me out there, and as they drove off, they were honking and carrying on, and then they stood on it and ripped the road up. I'm like, yeah, just a bunch of shit I don't need. I got one better yet. I'll do. Now, like I said, that second vehicle didn't slow down, so I don't know. And there probably is a bunch of kids out booze cruising or something, but yeah. Well, guys, I guess stay tuned this coming next weekend. That blue motor, might be working on that. Well, we're going to probably do a video series on that, but I might do some work of it on a live show or something next weekend too. Start getting that one put together so we can bring that one to life. And yeah, there's way too much traffic out here tonight, John. Way too much. Yeah. But that's what I'm kind of thinking there. That's what I'm kind of thinking, because it just been a long time since what just took place just happened. So kind of making me wonder what's going on tonight. Like I said, now there's another vehicle coming up the road that we normally don't have that much traffic out here. It's kind of making me wonder. But well, everybody, thanks for hanging with us. And like I said, performance, I'll get you a number. So if you got any more questions, you can hit me up and we'll see what we can figure out. And I guess I'm going to probably sit here for a little while and see what goes on. You too, Reason. Yeah, I might kind of, I don't know, if nothing's going on New Year's Eve, I might stay up for this one. It's been a while since I've done that, so kind of doing different things a little different. I stayed up for the time change this year too. Kind of made a difference, so Yeah, because it will be 22 years ago from the last break-in. So, but yeah. All right, Ken, you too, and I don't know, maybe I don't know, see what goes on New Year's Eve. Maybe I might hop on here for a little bit and wish everybody a happy New Year. So, bring in the New Year together or something. So, all right, everybody, y'all take care, stay safe, and have a great week. And stay warm since the temp evidently is going to drop now. So, all right. Oops, wrong mouse. Can't shut that off with that mouse. So, all right, everybody. See y'all later.